At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our two locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota-owned, family-owned, Bowie Foods.
Diamond Roofing is your trusted roofing contractor in Rapid City and the surrounding Black Hills area. With over 40 years of experience, they specialize in residential and commercial roofing, as well as siding, windows, and gutter installation. They also collaborate with general contractors to install roofs on new home construction. Diamond Roofing offers customized solutions that fit both your needs and your budget. Call 605-720-7663 for a quote or visit diamondroofingcorp.com today.
Community banking should be kind of personal. That's because there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to you. Fortunately, Security First Bank gets that. And that means you get more, too, like online tools, in-person expertise, and tailored banking solutions for your family or business. So, from balanced budgets to bucket lists, we're the bank for all you're doing. Security First Bank.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome to GoRaidersLive.com and to this afternoon's Class AA Girls Contest featuring the visiting Brandon Valley Lynx and the host, Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Brought to you subscription free on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv, and you can follow us on YouTube, Stevens Raiders channel. Well, the Raiders come off a tough loss last night to the number 2 rated and defending state champion O'Gorman Lady Knights, and it doesn't get any easier for Coach Dannenbring and the Raiders today, as they will take on the number 1 and undefeated Brandon Valley Lynx. The Lynx come into this one 12-0. They're coming off a 2024-25 campaign where they went 21-3 and were the runners-up to the Lady Knights in the Class AA state tournament. The Raiders, after the tough loss, will come into this one, trying to learn from what happened last night and trying to take any positives away they could from that game where for the O'Gorman Knights, Sydney Terveen went off for 28 points. I believe 5 3-pointers in that effort. 5 for 9 from the 3-point stretch. So pretty impressive night there. The Raiders were led last night by the number 2, the senior 5'9" guard, Hayden Thornton, the Victorinox Swiss Army knife. Just kind of showed all of the little things she does really well for her team. She had 13, and Marley Seyamanatafa contributed 11 for the Raiders to lead in scoring. In this one, the Raiders come in knowing that Brandon Valley, number 1, have a lot of good players, namely the senior, number 32, the 5'7" guard, and a captain, Olivia Paget. We earlier were able to talk to Coach Dannenbring and get his take on what they could take away from last night and what today looks like. Here's Coach Adam Dannenbring.
Last night, I think that we came out and we battled O'Gorman, and when anytime you win or lose, or whenever you play the game, you want to try to take some things from it that you can learn and get better. And I think that last night we have some things that we obviously need to improve on. I didn't think we took care of the ball necessarily as well as I would like to, but you got to credit O'Gorman for a little bit of that. As far as our just moving the ball, like they made it tough on us, and there's some other things execution wise that I think that we can improve on to help our chances that way. I really give credit to the Terveen girl last night. She scored 28 points. She was pretty amazing. That's why she's going to be a Division I basketball player, so you got to tip your hat to her. And then today it's not going to get much easier because we got the returning AA Player of the Year in the Olivia Paget that we have to try to guard. She's a fantastic athlete, and we're going to have our hands full today for sure.
That was Coach Adam Dannenbring's thoughts on last night, what they could take away, and what we're looking for today. So we'll be right back after a 30-second spot from one of our sponsors, and we'll be back with the player interview with 5'9" senior guard number 2, Hayden Thornton.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, You ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Welcome back to GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv. As we mentioned before the break, we had a chance to sit down with another one of the Raider girl basketball seniors, Hayden Thornton. And we asked Hayden Thornton, who transferred over to Stevens before her junior year, what that transition has been like. Here's Hayden Thornton.
Yeah, it's definitely been quite a big change coming over. My role has changed quite a bit. At my last school, I had to create my own moves and do a lot of stuff like that and take shots more than the other girls on the team. And coming here, it's a lot more team ball, and you take the shots that you get, and then you just got to get back on defense and focus on defense.
So that was her thought on the transition. And as we visited, we asked, Hayden to share some thoughts about the game against O'Gorman, and this is what she had to say there. Hayden Thornton.
Yeah, I thought we played pretty strong last night. There were a couple things we could clean up, just breaking their press. We had a couple turnovers that we need to handle on that, but overall, we played good. We played our game. We were taking shots. Just that game, our shots weren't falling. And that's okay. We just got to keep focusing on then driving and taking it to them, because I know each one of us have the ability to take every girl on the court one-on-one. It's just a matter of changing our mindset from shooting those threes that we're used to in games to driving in and scoring and just taking it to them.
Hi. Good. Saying hello to legendary Raider coach Ron Ryherd. Great to see him stop in. So thanks, Coach Ryherd, for stopping by the booth and saying hi. And then we talked to Hayden about her plans after high school. The other seniors have all signed their letter of intent early, and we asked if she had any plans there. And this is what Hayden graciously had to share with Raider Nation and all those of you listening.
So for basketball, and I also do golf in the spring, I've always wanted to play at the next level and just continue my love for the sport. But this past year, my interests have kind of moved towards aviation. And right now I'm working on my private pilot's license. And so college, I'm going to be attending. The plan right now, it could change, Lord willing, whatever happens. The plan right now is to attend Lake Area Technical College. And I'll be in the professional fixed-wing pilot program there and just continue my career in that. And so, yeah, I'm kind of more career-focused now, and so my mind has kind of changed. But I want to finish the season strong, just as my last time playing basketball with a team, and I want to go out there and just do the best I can to finish the season.
For today's girls' basketball game between our visitors,
we will finish our thoughts from Hayden Thornton while they do the introductions here. And it looks like they're going to wrap the anthem into this. So we will make sure we come back and get Hayden's thoughts on today's game after the anthem. And then we will finish up our interview with Hayden at halftime. We'll turn it over to public address announcer Jason Hafner.
thank you for your cooperation and support. And now we ask that everyone continue to stand for our national anthem. We remind all in attendance that proper respect is to face the flag, remove your hat or cap, and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans and active duty military not in uniform may salute the flag. Please join in singing along with our national anthem.
now we'll have the starting lineups. First, the Raider cheerleaders. We did not receive names today, so apologize.
Sadie Morgan, Natalie Baker, and Kaylin Barnes. Raider cheer coach Jamie Exner.
Shout out to the Raider cheerleaders for all the support they give. And now we'll have the lineups for the Brandon Valley Lynx.
At a guard, a senior, number 2, Ava Kellenberger. At forward, a junior, number 12, London Geiger. At guard, a senior, number 20, Reese Condon. At guard, a senior, number 32, Olivia Paget.
Number 2, Ava Kellenberger gets a start. Number 12, London Giever. Number 20, Reese Condon. Number 32, Olivia Paget. And
Emma Turbier.
it's like Gracie Salter gets a start. And now the Raider starters.
At guard, a senior, number 5, Mackenzie Schreiber.
Max Schreiber,
At guard, a senior, number 11,
the Mount Marty commit, will get the start, along with Finley Love, the Augustana commit. Jessa Griswold, senior, Mount Marty commit. Hallie Peterson, a Mount Marty commit. And the 8th grader at the center, 6 foot, number 34, Marley Sayumanatafa.
Assisted by Tanner Waggy, Quintrell Porter, Travis Schwartz, and Seth Key. Your officials for today's game, D'Amico Rodriguez, Jim Fugati, and David Burnett. These officials are licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and hired by mutual consent.
Officials for tonight's contest, D'Amico Rodriguez, Jim Fugate, and the self-proclaimed fastest ref in Phillips, South Dakota, Dave Barnett. Raiders come into this one 11-4. Apologize for not getting at the top. And we'll start out with the Raiders winning the tip. Schreiber to Griswold, but it's turned over. Pass back to Paget. That's knocked away by Sayumanatafa. And Griswold comes up with it, and they'll face the pressure. She'll get the ball to Schreiber. Schreiber will dribble down the left hand. And now into the corner. Peterson for 3. That's long. And the Lynx come out with it. They'll fire it down to number 2, Kellenberger. Thanks, Vinny. Paget, 3. Good look. Good. Can't leave her open there. The D1 commit, Olivia Paget, will open the scoring with the 3-point shot for the Lynx. Griswold into the paint. Kicks it out to Peterson. She has a good look at a 3. Just off to the left. Hits the elbow. It was right trajectory and distance, just a little bit off. Good handles there by Reese Condon. She'll break the pressure of the tight marking of Finley Love. Now Love will take on Paget. This should be a good matchup here out front. The switch over by Sayumanatafa. A little step back jumper. And Sayumanatafa held her legal guarding possession and made a tough shot for Paget. But Salter cleans up on the boards. And she was in the right spot for a fortuitous bounce and converts on the easy 2. Sayumanatafa in the lane. She'll go up strong. No foul called, no travel called. A lot of physicality going down there, but they're letting them play today. Now Giever will handle the ball. She'll get it over to Kellenberger on a nice little drive and dish. And it's a 7-point lead. We'll see if Coach Dannenbring takes early time out here. But he's going to let the Raiders play. A good pass from Max Schreiber to Sayumanatafa. And as the 8th grader gains experience, she's going to catch that one and go straight up. She will get fouled, and that will be on Salter.
Shooting 2 shots, Marley Sayumanatafa.
Teams like O'Gorman and Brandon Valley are so adept at as soon as you bring the ball down as a big, they have hands on it. And that time they fouled the 8th grader, who has been pretty steady from the line the last 3 games. So she'll make her first to get the Raiders on the board with 5:50 to go in the first. Seiyu Manatafa, her second throw is up, and she gets a nice little shooter's touch. Good. Raiders can put on their press. Long pass over the top, and Seiyu Manatafa is there. Knocked it away, but as she did, the ball came down and hit her thigh and goes out of bounds. But the Raiders get to set the press again. Griswold will be at the point of the press. She's flanked with Love and Peterson. Schreiber on the opposite side. They'll triple team Salter. She'll bounce it in. Seiyu Manatafa will go to the floor. It'll be a jump ball, and the possession will go over to the Raiders. Great hustle by the 6-foot 8th grader, number 34, Marley Seiyu Manatafa for the Raiders. Griswold will guard the inbound. Geaver will bring the ball in. She'll stand on the tee of the baseline. She gets it into Paint Salter. That was Condon that brought the ball in to Geaver. And we're going to get a foul on Griswold. Just didn't get position. Oh, no, they're going to call that on Seiyu Manatafa, although Griswold went to the floor. That'll get Seiyu Manatafa out. You want to protect her fouls. Both teams have 1 team foul. Brandon Valley will go in large. Falcon with a nice job knocking the ball away. Salter will get it and just throw it up. Doesn't go. Good rebound by Peterson, but there's 3 Lynx right there to put pressure. Now Love swings it back to Peterson. Peterson on the bounce will take it down and get it to Falcon. Falcon over to Love. Love will drive. She'll split defenders, and we're going to have a whistle and a jump ball.
Jump ball, Raider basketball.
No, if it's a jump ball, it should go over to the... No, that was a foul before, not a jump on Seiyu Manatafa, so it will be Raider basketball. They'll kick it out to Falcon. Falcon to Peterson. Peterson swings it over to Griswold. Griswold back to Love. Love now on the mascot. Brandon Valley in the white uniforms moving left to right. The Raiders in the blue right to left this half. That one's near miss and pulled out of there by number 12, the junior London Geaver. She has a lot of pressure. Condon comes back to help, and that supports enough. And a great dish into Salter by Condon. And the number 1 rated Lynx coming out and very polished in their press break here. Love over to Falcon. They're looking to get Falcon open for a 3. And that time Paget with the steal behind the back. And then she'll take it the distance and finish with the layup to give her 5. And the Raiders are going to take a 30. You're following Raider basketball on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv.
It's time for Happy Honda Days at Danny Menno Rushmore Honda. Shop the area's best selection of pre-owned Hondas and Honda certified pre-owned. Get financing as low as 1.99% APR on certified pre-owned CRVs, HRVs, and other select models. 1.99. Plus, shop a lot full of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, including 4x4s and all-wheel drives, imports, and domestics, all with Rushmore Honda discounts. See us at Danny Menno Rushmore Honda or RushmoreHonda.com.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium. 4:10 to go in this opening period. Raiders trail by 9, 2-11. The number 1 Brandon Valley Lynx shooting well and breaking the press. Raiders just had a couple good shots that wouldn't go in, and that's been the difference here. Max Schreiber will inbound it to Hayden Thornton, who you heard from at the top of the broadcast, or live stream, excuse me. Love, Schreiber. Schreiber looking to Seiyu Manatafa. Salter doing a good, nice job on her. Kick out, 17 on the shot clock. Thornton. Victorinox drives in for a basket, hard off the run, but goes and gets the rebound with her length. But Condon with some good hands and good handles, and Love tips the ball away, dives out of bounds to try to save it for the Raiders. And after all that, Paget will stand at midcourt and inbounds the ball for the Lynx. She gets it into Salter. Over to Condon. Condon thinks about three, doesn't take it. Salter will. Good! She'll lead all scorers with 7. And the Raiders, Thornton will get it quick to Falcon. Falcon will take a three. That looks good. Oh, just off the back iron. Condon now brings it down, gets Salter on the basket cut. Just good transition. And Coach Dannenbrang's going to take a full timeout to talk about it. That was a easy basket on a nice pass from Condon. Raiders 2, Lynx 16. We'll be right back after these words.
Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show live weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. It's Rapid City's sports talk show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show. With big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 1150 a.m. And stream us all the time at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher and other AA girls action. O'Gorman is at Central. Huron in Sturgis, T and Pierce, Spearfish and Mitchell. We'll try to keep you up to date if we can. That ball is going to be knocked out of bounds and to the Raiders. Thornton will inbound the ball. Hope you all enjoyed hearing from Hayden and just so impressive. That one's stripped by Kellenberger, but Thornton comes back and she pulls out of the Victorinox Army knife a block. Blocks the shot of Kellenberger, but it'll be Brandon Valley ball. Paget will inbound for the Lynx. Couple screens a roll. They had to play underneath. Opted not to go there. They'll go over the top to Salter. Right back into Paget. Soft little two. Too good. She'll have 7 to pace along with Salter's 9. Nice take by Falcon, but just got underneath the basket, hit the bottom of the backboard, and that one will be saved by Kellenberger. Great athletic play, just tossed it overhead, went to Condon, and not bounce pass from Condon off of Paget, and we'll get some substitutes here. Griswold and Peterson will come back in for the Raiders. And for the Lynx, Stoltz, Rayleigh Stoltz, will be in along with number 42, Annika Peterson, senior captain. Hallie Peterson, she'll have it at the logo. Griswold looks into Seimanatafa. Nice pass, gets it there. Seimanatafa off of body contact, goes up and finishes strong. Big basket for the Raiders. They need to get some momentum here. Paget is going to get called with the carry. She put the right arm out as a lead arm, and as she was doing that, just carried the ball and called by the officials. Turnover to the Raiders. Thornton will get it quick into Griswold. Quick pass to Seimanatafa. She'll take it right to the hole to finish, and good. 2 finishes at the hoop in a row for the Raiders, and the 8th grader, 6 foot, number 34, Marley Seimanatafa. Paget now being marked by Seimanatafa, does a good job, kicks it out to Rayleigh Schultz. She opts not to take the 3, and it's back to Paget. Paget being marked by Peterson, does a good job stabbing at the ball there. Salter will get it in, and a little give and go pass. Salter will put one up, and it's good. Boy, well contested shot, but she threw it up and in. Nothing but net. That'll give her 11 in the first quarter here. 1:12 to go. Raiders 6, Lynx 20. Both teams with 1 team foul. Thornton thinks about going baseline. Dribbles behind the back, gets it back to Peterson. Peterson to Griswold, back into Seimanatafa. She's going to be fouled with 11 on the shot clock. And is that going to be on Salter or Peterson? We'll see here. That'll be Salter's second. So her second, team second, and Marley will go back to the line. She'll make another one, so that's huge for the Raiders. And the 8th grader, Marley Seemanatafa, been really steady from the line. Raiders have had their woes there. She'll have 7 to lead the Raiders and be level with Olivia Paget for the Lynx. Seemanatafa. That one is a little, nope, she'll get the shooter's touch again. She'll have 8. And the Raiders can't get the press set before Paget comes racing down. She'll go coast to coast. Football carry. Seemanatafa and Thornton were there. Thornton will bring it down for the Raiders. Schreiber, baseline. A little dish into Seemanatafa, and there are 3 Lynx on the ball, and they're going to call a foul. Call a foul. Let's see what that goes on. Rayleigh Stoltz will have the foul. 3rd team. It'll be Raiders ball underneath. And I think we might be getting a bench warning here.
Warning on Brandon Valley's head coach.
So bench warning for Brandon Valley's head coach. Seemanatafa is going to go up. And that one's off the backboard and off the rim. And, unlucky there. And Geaver will bring it back down for the Lynx to Paget. Paget bumped by Seemanatafa that time, and that was just too much contact. And that is the right call. Tough. That'll be her second foul with 29 seconds on the clock. So that's a tough one for the Raiders. She'll have to come out, and she'll start the second half with 2 fouls. The Lynx will put it back out to Geaver. Paget in the paint. She'll back down Griswold. She'll score. Love tap after the basket. And Griswold will bring it back down. She'll get it to Peterson. Peterson over to Love. Love in the corner of the Thornton. Thornton for 3. That's off. Griswold will hit it off of, they're going to say off of Griswold. Didn't hit Geaver. With 7.6, Brandon Valley has time to get a shot. Raiders will apply pressure on Paget. She'll take it all the way to the hole. She runs into Love and in travel. So Raiders with .9. Great stop there. Love showed help and then came out and committed, and she was in legal guarding position. Bumped into by Paget and a travel. And that'll be the quarter. After one, Lynx 22, Raiders 8. We'll be back for the start of the second quarter after words from our generous sponsors, bringing you Raiders Athletics subscription free.
How do we solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems? Our doctors and specialists collaborate, sharing their vast knowledge and Mayo Clinic's unique expertise. It's this working together that helps solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems. Monument Health, proud member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium. A shout out to the production team today of Cooper and Jacob helping us out. Thank you, Jacob, for giving us some replay ability as well here. Paget will take Griswold to the baseline. Good help, but left open was number 22, Rayleigh Stoltz. That's off. Thornton with the rebound, and the Raiders come back down. Ball in the hands of Finley Love to Thornton. Thornton to Griswold. Griswold will look back to Love, but gets it to Schreiber on the other side. Schreiber, Love. 12 on the shot clock. Love will take it in off the glass and good. Tough, confident take there by Finley Love. She goes high off the glass. Raiders 10. Lynx 22. Now in the game is Jalissa Parker for the Lynx. For the Lynx is Parker, Paget, Geaver. Also in there is Peterson and Stoltz. That'll be on Max Schreiber, her first. Team first for this quarter as we're a minute 6 in. Paget will stand on the end and throw the ball over the top to Annika Peterson, senior captain. Back to Stoltz. Stoltz was going to go out of bounds, just had to save it back in to the Raiders, and Thornton will come up with it off of the pass. Hayden Thornton now being marked closely by Parker is going to be called for a travel. I didn't see it, but they'll call a travel, and it'll be another turnover. Unfortunate there because Thornton found Peterson, who seemed to have an open look for a three. Raiders will apply pressure. Condon back in. Now for the Lynx. She'll get it to Parker. That's blocked by Max Schreiber. But on the putback is Kellenberger. Nothing there. Schreiber will outpace everyone but miss the layup. Great burst of speed. She got ahead, but maybe had a little too much energy there going. And the Raiders will create another turnover. So Raider defense exuding its normal effort, coming up with turnovers. Love with the little floater in the lane. It's off the back of the glass, hits the iron, no good. That one's tossed up, and it's going to end up in the hands of Griswold. So teams sharing turnovers here. So the defensive pressure is mounting by both. Thornburg. Schreiber will take a three. It's off. And it goes to Condon, who's immediately marked by Love. And they'll get some help defense by Griswold, stolen by Thornton. She'll do a no-look and finish. So out of the Victorinox tool comes a scoop layup for the 5'9 senior, number 2, Hayden Thornton. Raiders, that's a travel, but they call it jump. Peterson went to make a one-hand pass, and it wouldn't be a travel because Peterson did get her hand on it, and the official made the mechanic of hands on, both touch, jump, possession. Raiders. They have a chance to cut this down to single digits here, so this is a huge possession with 5:19 to go in the half for Coach Adam Dannenbring and the Raiders. Max Schreiber, senior guard, dribbles off her leg, gets it before it goes on the other side timeline. Falcon is open for a three, online, just short. Oh, that was the best look she's had all weekend, and just off. She gets going and lined up on those threes. Watch out. Nice pass in there from Kellenberger into Geaver, and great job defensively there. The Raider player gave resistance, and then, like we've mentioned before, laid back, and Geaver was expecting resistance, and when there was none there, she walked. We'll have a timeout here. We'll be right back after this 30.
This time of year, you never know what Mother Nature has planned. Be ready for it in a 4x4 truck or sport utility from Danny Menno Toyota. Shop a great selection of go-in-the-snow 4x4s and all-wheel drives, domestics, and imports. Plus, the area's best selection of used Toyotas and Toyota certified pre-owned. Get financing as low as 4.99% APR for up to 72 months on certified pre-owned, including RAV4s. See us at Denny Menho Toyota or DennyMenhoToyota.com.
You're on. Welcome back to Raiders basketball Class AA girls matchup here. Number 1, Brandon Valley Lynx visiting number 5, Stevens Raiders. Falcon. She'll think about a three, and it's off. She was contested from the side and just couldn't find her mark there. She came into the season a 40% three-point shooter. It didn't take teams long to focus on her. Had a couple near misses today. And she's a competitor. She'll dial those in, and she'll contribute. And that's going to be a foul from behind. That's going to be on Thornton. Her first, team second for this quarter. And going to line is going to be Ava Kellenberger, the senior captain for the Lynx. Her first throw is up and off. Senior captain Kellenberg, her second throw is up, and that one's also off. And the Raiders will corral the rebound and get it in the hands of Finley Love, who gets by Kellenberger. She goes quick the distance, had Falcon for the three. Goes back, skip pass over to Thornton. Thornton looking for Falcon. Raiders really trying to get her going here. Love, Falcon. Into Sayumanatafa. Falcon, a little floater, good. As Hayden Thornton said in the opener, if the threes aren't falling, we got to go to the basket. And that time, Falcon made a good basket cut, and Sayumanatafa was able to get her the ball. That's off. That three's off by Kellenberger. And coming back down will be Thornton. When she dribbled behind her back, the recovering Brandon Valley Lynx and Salter knocked it away, and they'll get the ball back on the turnover. Geaver working the top. Screen from Salter. That will go low to Kellenberger. She's guarded by Thornton. Straight up and one. So Kellenberger will finish tough, and that'll be Thornton. Tried to go straight up, and they're going to get the foul on her. Paget will come back in for Condon. Sayumanatafa with 2 fouls will go out. Peterson will come in. Peterson will come in for Salter. It looks like Brandon Valley head coach Mike Zerr wants to get some of his key players a little rest here, save some fouls as they have the 10-point lead to try to maximize his bench. And that's going to get a call there, and that one's going to go on Kellenberger. Her first, team second. Oh, no, first team for the quarter. Raiders have 3. Peterson will get it into Love. Peterson kicked over to Falcon. Falcon will drive, kick it out to Schreiber, to Love. Love, drive in to Portlock. Portlock now who's in. Get it to Love. Love, 18 on the shot clock. Kicks out to Peterson. Peterson, Falcon thinks about 3, but right there was the longer Geaver. Portlock gets it out to Love. 6 on the shot clock. Peterson, 3, just off, but right there, Schreiber. She'll put it up and in. Max Schreiber working the boards for her first 2. Long pass down to Geaver. Easy layup as they just lost Geaver on the breakout. And it'll stay a 10-point lead. Raiders now, Peterson, Love. She'll split the defense, and Peterson, after the turnover, Peterson will get the ball. She'll get it to Falcon, but as she was diving and lunging to pass the ball, Kellenberger was there, and she'll pick up another foul. Looks like she's going to get subbed out. She will. Ray Lee Stoltz will come in for Kellenberger. And for the Raiders, Griswold will come back in for Portlock. 2:16 to go in the half. Raiders trying to multiple possessions now as they've been going back and forth, make this a single-digit deficit with Love in the handles at the point. She'll get it over to Peterson. Peterson. Falcon for 3. Oh, just off again. That's her third near miss. Love will hustle in and try to make things difficult for Gwen Lease, who's in. And Max Schreiber will go up for a layup attempt, and she'll get that shot blocked by Annika Peterson, who recovered off the turnover. So Raiders creating the turnovers they need to. Schreiber was in the right position. Peterson just recovered well. Inbounds for the Raiders. This will be Thornton standing on the tee. She'll get it in to Hallie Peterson. Peterson back to the corner. Thornton for three, not there. Max Schreiber with another offensive rebound. Thornton now will take the ball inside, and we're going to get a foul on the floor. I believe that's going to be on Paget. That'll be her first. Team third. Both teams with 3 fouls this quarter with 1:33 to go. Peterson, Love, Chris Cart over to Schreiber. Thornton, Peterson, Griswold, down into Thornton. Thornton will turn, split the defense. Little mini Euro step and go under 4-2. The Raiders cut it to a single-digit deficit for the first time since about midway of the first quarter. Good pass from Paget to the corner. Geaver now will have the ball near the mascot. She'll get it to Rayleigh Stultz. She'll drive in. It'll go off of Stultz. No, they're going to say off of Thornton last. And the ball will stay with the Lynx with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Raiders 18, Lynx 26. We're going to wait for a equipment issue. Get a shoe tied down there. Hallie Peterson. Paget. Geaver. A little move. Can't get the shot off. Stultz will go down in to Peterson. Kick out for three. That's long. Max Schreiber's going to let it go out of bounds. And the long three from the corner by Gwen Lease, the junior, was off. And with 40.1, Raiders will have a chance to cut in even more with a 5-second differential game to shot. Peterson to Love. Love will walk it up the court. Break the timeline over to Peterson. Peterson now gets it back to Love. Love will be near the letters. Now she'll move to the bottom of the logo. She'll get it to Thornton on the mascot. Thornton looks back door. Not there. Seyu Manatafa will take it. Kick it out to Schreiber. Schreiber looking for Seyu Manatafa. 11 on the shot clock. 10, 9 as the bench counts down. Kicked into Seyu Manatafa. She's going to turn, go up, no foul. Good shot, just couldn't finish. Lynx are going to get one over the top, but it's going to be too far and out of bounds. And, let's hope she's okay. Into the bleachers there, and the baseline was the hustling number 22, the 5'5 junior, Rayleigh Stultz. And with 1.2, the Raiders will have a chance for a last-second heave. Let's see who they get it to, either Thornton or Love. They'll try to take this one. Nope. They'll let the half go. So at the half, the Brandon Valley Lynx held to 4 points that quarter. They'll have 26. The Raiders scored 10. They'll have 18. So at the end of one half, Lynx 26, Raiders 18. We'll be back to bring you halftime stats, finish the interview with Hayden Thornton, and more basketball action. You're following Raider basketball on GoRaidersLive.com.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats and attics to rodents and walls, ants in kitchens, stubborn bedbug infestations, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Futures aren't made by accident. They're dreamt, they're planned, they're discovered. At Northern State University, futures are the result of hard work and grit. NSU is an academic powerhouse with a spirit of exploration and genuine support, where professors know your name and push you to discover what you're truly capable of. But don't take our word for it. When you experience Northern, you'll see the difference here.
Things were a little different back in 1979, but at McKee Ford, our approach to customer service hasn't changed. We're a family-owned and operated dealership with a commitment to respect and integrity. See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
At McKee Ford, we've got it. F-Series, Super Duty, Rangers, and Mavericks. All with up to $14,485 off MSRP.
See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our two locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
Diamond Roofing is your trusted roofing contractor in Rapid City and the surrounding Black Hills area. With over 40 years of experience, they specialize in residential and commercial roofing, as well as siding, windows, and gutter installation. They also collaborate with general contractors to install roofs on new home construction. Diamond Roofing offers customized solutions that fit both your needs and your budget. Call 605-720-7663 for a quote or visit diamondroofingcorp.com today.
Community banking should be kind of personal. That's because there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to you. Fortunately, Security First Bank gets that. And that means you get more, too, like online tools, in-person expertise, and tailored banking solutions for your family or business. So, from balanced budgets to bucket lists, we're the bank for all you're doing. Security First Bank.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Welcome back. to Class AA girls basketball at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. We'll start this halftime recap with finishing our conversation with Raiders senior number 2, Hayden Thornton. And here's what she had to say about today's contest against the number 1 Brandon Valley Lynx.
I think just like yesterday, we need to focus on taking them to the hole, just because they play a pretty uptight zone defense, and if our shots aren't hitting, we definitely got to attack them. And on film watching this week, we know that they're not necessarily, like this team specifically, Brandon Valley isn't interested in stopping us right away when we drive, but they're interested in taking the pass. So they're trying to get in those passing lanes. So instead of passing it off, I think if we just focus on driving and getting to our shots, we can get a flow and rhythm going, and we definitely can beat this team if we come out and just start strong. And not just start strong, but finish strong. Just continue our rhythm throughout the whole game and just focus on what we can do best. So, yeah.
So that was her thoughts there. And we ended up our conversation talking about, kind of an unintended moniker, just a way to describe her play, as we refer to her as the Victorinox Swiss Army knife, the OG, because of all the little things she does so well for the team. This is what she had to say about fitting into that role.
So at my last school, I've been playing varsity since 8th grade, and I got to start a couple games in 8th grade for varsity, and just that experience that I've gained over the years, over just playing at the varsity level, because varsity is such a different pace than JV, so getting more minutes in varsity is so helpful. I was at an A school, and now I'm at a AA, and so it's a little more fast-paced, and I've got to adjust to that, and they're way more defense-centered here at Stevens, and so I've really been trying to change my mindset to it's not always about scoring. Like, I got to get steals, assists, especially, like, just with teams that are better at defending us and stuff. I got to work on my court awareness and look up the court and be able to make those openings for my teammates too, and it's not just all about me. Because here, every girl on the team can score. Every girl can have their games and get in the 20s. And I just think that embracing the role of being a teammate and getting openings for my teammates, and also focusing on defense, those two things combined, just is how I've been trying to fit into the role here at Stevens.
So very articulate perspective there from your Raiders senior, Hayden Thornton. Let's break down the numbers from the half. Steals, Brandon Valley Lynx 7, Raiders 8. Turnovers, the Lynx have 16 to the Raiders 8. Rebounds, though, 18 to the longer Lynx, 11 to the Raiders. Offensive rebounds near even, with the Raiders having one more. Field goal-wise, percentage shooting for the Brandon Valley Lynx, they are shooting 60% from the field, 12 of 20, so that's faring well for them. 33% from the three-point line, and 0 for 3 from the charity stripe. For the Raiders, they're shooting 27% from the field and 0 for 10 from the three-point line, with several of those Haley Falcon just near misses. And then they have our 4 for 4 is Marley Sayumanatafa from the free throw line. That brings us to the score line at halftime. Raiders 18, Lynx 26. Lynx come out with the possession. It'll be a long three by Kellenberger. It's off, but the rebound is to Condon, I believe, and she'll get it into a Paget, who will find Geaver slashing to the hole for 2, and the Lynx come out scoring, and that was London Geaver with a nice finish off of the pass from Paget. Raiders now. We'll get it back to Love from Griswold. She'll work it down to Sayumanatafa. Good turn. Had Salter on the back, and she'll get the good finesse finish at the basket. That'll give her 10 for the day for the Raiders. Geaver will bring it up. She'll stand at the logo. She's marked closely by Love. Griswold now will be on Paget. Gets it over to the top to Kellenberger. Kellenberger gets it in low to Salter. Salter battling with Seyumanatafa. Seyumanatafa did a great job holding her legal guarding position, and Salter shot was altered. Now they go right back down to Seyumanatafa, and we're going to get a kick on the Lynx. Stay with Raiders here. 27 on the shot clock. Peterson over the top to Seyumanatafa. Little ball fake and in. Good ball fake. Just made the Brandon Valley Lynx players not leave the ground but stay on the ground. And Paget will come right back, and she'll get fouled by, I think that's going to be Love, who came in to help and was just a hair late. That is on Love. Her first, team first, and Paget will go to the line. Paget with 9, make it 10. And with this one, she'll go level with her teammate Salter for leading scorer of the game, but it rims out. No good. And on the rebound, going to be a kick ball, and Brandon Valley thought they got it back, but it was kicked, and it'll be Raider ball. Hallie Peterson will get it in to Finley Love. Finley Love to Marley Seyumanatafa. She splits the defense, goes up, tough shot, rims off. Condon will come down with it, and she'll get it to Gaver. Gaver will drive the ball forward for the Lynx, and then that one, Kellenberger was settled. She thought she was coming to the ball. She didn't. Throws it away. And we'll have some subs in here for the Raiders. Falcon will come in. Thornton will come in. She'll be in there with Love, Griswold, Seyumanatafa. For the Lynx, it's going to be Salter, Paget, Kellenberger, Condon, and Geaver. Paget's right there for the jump defense as Griswold tried to turn with the dribble and finish there for the Lynx. And Kellenberger there had that finish. Jump ball on the other end as the Raiders break the press. They'll maintain possession on the possession arrow. Raiders trailing by 9, but that pass, Condon read. Kellenberger back to Paget, but Seyumanatafa is able to get her arm in there, knock it out of bounds. At least let the Raiders set up defensively here with 5:38 on the clock. That one goes over the top, nearly out of bounds, but the length of Salter helps her keep that in. Salter will take Seyumanatafa on the bounce. Seyumanatafa doing a nice job. Salter turns again, a little jump hook, not there. Great defense by the 8th grader. And she'll get up to Thornton. He'll get it up to Griswold. Griswold will look, get it over to Seyumanatafa. She gets it back to Love to reset. Right in Love's kitchen is Kellenberger. And we're going to get a foul. So the defense was tight, a little too tight. And that'll be the third on Kellenberger. So we'll probably see, we're going to see Rayleigh Stoltz, the 5'5 junior, number 22, come in for the Lynx. Griswold to Love. Love will stand on the logo. Now she'll work to the letters. Raiders now in blue, left to right, Lynx opposite. Salter will come down with that errant pass. She'll get it to Stoltz. Stoltz, one-handed pass into Paget. Paget in the lane. Works Griswold. Griswold holds her ground. Raiders trying to get it. Seyumanatafa goes to the floor, gets it to Griswold, and an intentional foul as she had a breakout player in Thornton. But they probably won't call it an intentional foul, but meant to slow down the play for sure. That'll be on Condon. Smart play by Condon as Thornton had the run out. Griswold did well just to keep her composure to get it to her. That'll go over to the top to Love. Stoltz was right there. Love will beat her on the dribble, though, to get across the timeline. Screen from Thornton. Love, kick out, corner, Falcon. Falcon being guarded quick, and then Paget just reads that pass interception. She'll finish with the left-handed layup. Thornton with a little nifty move. Lynx wanted to travel, no call. Salter comes coast to coast, gets to Paget, little jumper. It falls short, and it's going to be a foul. Haley Falcon was doing a great job boxing out the taller Salter. So the 5'5" guard, Haley Falcon, just was disciplined and boxed out the 5'11" senior captain for the Lynx, and she'll draw the foul, third foul on Salter. So that's the selflessness and the embracing the role that Hayden Thornton talked about. Even though Haley Falcon's, frustrated that she's not finding the mark with three, she's doing those little things for the Raiders. That's great to see. Fun group to watch here. Thornton kicks back to Love. Love to Peterson. Peterson now back to Love. Love for three. That's going to be off and rebounded by Geaver. Good rebound by her. Peterson will pick her up. Geaver on the bounce will take Peterson and finish. Well, a little hesitation dribble got Peterson off balance. Good take there by Geaver. Good open three for a Falcon. Good! Hopefully that takes the lid off for the Raiders and Haley Falcon. Big three for the Raiders to bring them back within 10. 3:07 to go in the third. Paget showing some handles and some skills with some good ball movement. She'll stop, pop, and drop. Wow. No panic in her game there. Thornton on the logo. Kicked out to Falcon. Falcon, little sense of urgency now to get her the ball. Mishandled by Thornton to Paget. Falcon will hustle down. She'll try to get in front of Paget. Flares a little disruption, but Paget is a finisher, and she's popped up now to lead all scorers with 16. And the lead now 14 for the Lynx. Thornton. Falcon now posting up down low, doing everything. Peterson will turn, take a nice jump shot, just rims off. Condon, strong rebound. She'll bring it down with some pace. She'll get it to Paget on the run, and a finish and a foul. Wow. Great pass by Condon. Just had the right amount of weight on it. And Paget, as we just talked about, a finisher, was able to take the ball in stride and finish. That'll go on Love, her second. Jalissa Parker will come back in. She'll come in for Condon, who had a good stretch there. And Paget will go to the line. She's 1 of 2 so far today. That one's up and in. And she'll finish the traditional 3 and will have 19 points. Falcon, 3. Oh, just off. Again, Thornton will work to get the rebound and get fouled. And Thornton will go to the line. Thornton's first is up and good. Griswold comes back in for the Raiders. Thornton with her second throw from the stripe. That's also good. Good release there. Good rotation there. She'll come out. Seyimanatafa will come in. For the Raiders, it'll be Peterson, Seyimanatafa, Falcon, Griswold, and Max Schreiber. For the Lynx, it'll be Geaver, Parker, and number 24, Lease looks like. Nope, that's 42, Annika Peterson, and Paget in there. Long 3, that's off. And rounding out the 5 for the Lynx is Rayleigh Stultz. Paget on the bounce will try the little step through, and that's going to go out of bounds. Ball to the Raiders. Paget and Coach Mike Zur wanted a foul and talks to the officials, and they said nope. They were in legal guarding position, got a hand on the ball. Both teams have been playing smothering defense. Sayumanatafa will stop and pop a 15-footer. It's off. Paget will come down now with a sense of purpose. She wants to get one off, and she does. She gets it over to Parker. Back out. Gave her now to Paget. Paget. Turn. Get into the lane. She'll kick it out to Stoltz. Stoltz 3. Good. In rhythm there off the bounce. And the one-handed pass from Paget. The junior, Rayleigh Stoltz, drains a 3. 27-45 now. The Lynx extend the lead. Falcon. Griswold. Peterson. Peterson thought about baseline. Comes back out. Gets it to Sayumanatafa. She'll go to the corner to Falcon. Falcon didn't catch it in rhythm. Has to go baseline. Little floater. Good. Her 5th point of the half. 7th overall. Stolen by the Raiders. See if they can find Falcon in the corner. Gets it over to Schreiber. Falcon calling for it in the far corner. Now Griswold will stop. Schreiber, kick back. Peterson, 3-pointer. Oh, just off. That'll be out of bounds off the Lynx. It'll stay Raider ball. And the shot clock will be off with 12.3 left to go in the third quarter. Raiders 29, Lynx 45. Peterson will stand on the baseline. She'll get the ball about on the tee, and she'll get it in. She'll swing it into Max Schreiber for a quick 3. That's just short. Online again. Falcon, with 6 seconds, will get fouled. So Falcon was trying to get behind the 3-point line for a shot. Ball got tipped, and then she got fouled. So she'll go to the line. That one's on Paget, her second, with 5.1 to go. Falcon will miss the first. Thornton comes back in with Portlock. That'll give Sayumanatafa and Max Schreiber a rest. And it looks like Griswold will come in for the shooter Falcon, and that's good make for Haley. That'll give her 8 points. And with 5.1, Raiders establishing a set. And a good job by Portlock to hustle back and knock the ball away from Paget. Ball's on the ground with 1.1. We're going to call jump ball. It looks like that's going to go to.
Warning on the Raider bench.
Oh, we're going to get a bench warning on the Raiders. I think they wanted a foul or a jump ball. Not quite sure because it is a jump ball, so obviously that wasn't the contestation. But anyway, that's the end of 3. So at the end of 3, the number 1 Lynx 45, Rapid City Stevens Raiders 30. We'll be back for the start of the fourth quarter after words from our generous sponsors, bringing you Raiders Athletics subscription free.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
We're back off the turnover. Salter will go coast to coast and finish. So Salter get two more. And Paget off the turnover will go in for the shot. It's going to be a foul on Love. And the Lynx just says, Hayden Thornton said, just denying in the passing lane so well. Paget will take the ball out underneath the basket. That foul will be on Love, as we said. Her third. Goes into Paget. How did she catch that? I don't know. Finish tough there. Raiders did a good job of holding their ground. Love will come racing out of the pack with it. Condon chasing. Sayumanatafa had it, but again, as soon as the ball went down, Brandon Valley Salter attached to it for a jump ball, and it'll be a turnover to the Lynx. Long pass to Kellenberger. She'll take Griswold down, kick it out to Salter, who will go into the paint again. Kick out, long three, no good. Rebound by Max Schreiber, and a good one. And she'll bring the ball out. Condon will take a stab at it. She'll get it to Love. Love. Peterson. Back to Love. Cross court to Max Schreiber. Into Sayumanatafa. She has Salter on the back, and she'll draw the foul. That's going to be 4 on Salter with 6:55 to go in this final stanza. Sayumanatafa will go to the line. She's had a good day from the line. Let's see if she can continue for the Raiders. Her first throw. Up, looks good. Off, just off. Thornton and Falcon will check back in for the Raiders. For the Lynx, Annika Peterson, the senior captain. Sayumanatafa, Falcon, Peterson, Thornton, Schreiber for the Raiders. Paget, Condon, Peterson, Lease, Gwen Lease, and Kellenberger for the Lynx. That's first on Peterson. Little bump on the sideline here. Second team foul of the quarter. Peterson to Thornton, directing traffic, and Thornton came right back. Sayumanatafa go to the hole, get it kicked out to Thornton. Good play for Falcon. Oh, just again, didn't draw iron. It was the trajectory was there, just a little off to the right. And the Raider shooting woes continue, but not for lack of their effort. That great job there. A great set play to get the open look for Falcon. Good give and go pass from Paget. That's no good. Sayumanatafa with the strong rebound to Schreiber. Up to Thornton, a little too strong. Schreiber had Thornton running down the right side, and just pass was a little too strong, led her a little too much. Another turnover. It'll be Lynx basketball. They'll go over the top and in. Schreiber challenges Paget. Now Schreiber will mark up on Paget. Peterson will come and jump defense. She'll get it over to Condon. Peterson will come and help there with Falcon. Falcon chasing, can't get there. Condon wide open, good bounce pass. And the finish with the left hand is Kellenberger. Thornton will come all the way down coast to coast. And the ball will go out of bounds. She was trying to kick it out to Falcon, and just a pass that went out of bounds. Inbounds in to Annika Peterson. Eventually they'll get it back to Paget. Paget through the legs. She'll take Schreiber to the mascot. Now picked up by Peterson, showing her handles. 3 Raiders hawking now. She'll kick it over. 2-pointer for Lease, and that's good for Gwen Lease. Peterson On the bounce, will get it over the top. Tries to get it to Thornton, but Lisa's right there. She'll get it to Paget. Paget will finish with the left hand. And that'll call for a timeout for the Raiders. See if it's going to be a full or 30. It looks like we're going to have a full timeout. You're following Raider girls basketball on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Welcome back. Raiders 30, number 1 Brandon Valley Knights with Division 1 Olivia Paget 53. Raiders will take the ball out on the baseline. Another steal, and Paget with another easy 2 off that steal. That'll take her total to 23 as Griswold hustles the ball across the timeline for the Raiders. Love tries to get into Sayumanatafa, does. We're going to call a kick on Paget. It'll stay Raider ball, 28 on the shot clock. Thornton over to Love. Love back into Thornton. She's surrounded by 2, but we're going to get a push on the baseline. Could either be, take your pick, Condon or Peterson. That's who they call it on. It will be Reese Condon, only her second. Third team foul for the Lynx with 4:58 to go. That one's into Sayumanatafa. Good spin move, double clutch, and then she'll go back up. Annika Peterson's claiming I was straight up, but official Dave Burnett, the self-proclaimed fastest referee, and Phillip will make the call on Peterson. Team 4th now, which could help the Raiders. Sayumanatafa will go back to the line. This time her first one is good. Salter comes back in with Geaver. They got nice minutes from Annika Peterson and Gwen Lease there. Sayumanatafa go back to the stripe for her second throw. The release is there. Looks good and is good. So the 8th grader will have 13 and lead the Raiders in scoring. Paget, so quick, tough move. That time Finley Love read it and clamped onto the ball for a jump. Great job by her coming off of the player she was marking to tie up the ball and get a turnover for the Raiders. Griswold, get it to Love. Back to Griswold. Up to Sayumanatafa. Looking for Love for 3. Good! Finley Love. Nice feed from Sayumanatafa for the 3 ball. Finley Love, the senior captain. And that's going to be a foul against Kellenberger, who was Mr. Shot and was reaching for the ball, and they're going to call a foul. Head coach Mike Zer doesn't agree, but that's her 4th. And that'll be the 5th team foul, which will send the Raiders to the line for the rest of the game. And that'll be Hayden Thornton. She'll step up. First one, nice release. Good confidence there. And she'll convert. Thornton now with 7. And that one rolls around and gets the shooter's touch. She'll have 8. Press comes on. Salter so long. Good press breaker. Condon sees an open three, takes it, buries it. Big three there for Reese Condon, who's had a nice steady game, especially defensively. Griswold over to Thornton. Thornton the corner to Falcon. Falcon will go baseline, and she's picked by Condon. On point there. And Geaver to Salter. Kick back out. Kellenberger three. It's short. On the run, Griswold will get the rebound. She'll throw it down, and it'll get knocked out of her hand, and then a jump ball. Just always hawking the ball are the Brandon Valley Lynx. Condon, Salter, Paget, all of them just very versed, very intentional of get your hands around the ball, get in passing lanes. And it's been very disruptive for the Raiders and obviously all the other 12 teams they've played this year, as they are 12-0 coming into this one. Paget now will get it down to Kellenberger, who will get fouled by Love, and that's going to be Love's fourth for the Raiders. And that'll be the second team foul, but that's going to be a shooting foul, so that'll send Kellenberger to the line. Kellenberger. Her throw will be off. 37-58 is the score. Raiders trail. Kellenberger, her second. That one looks better, and it's good. She'll have 9 for the day. Nice bounce pass there from Griswold to Love, who will take it almost all the way. Again, the hands of the Lynx get in there. And we're going to have a kick and be Raider ball off the kick. Oh, jump ball, I guess. No, he's calling a kick is what the mechanic was. So the possession arrow won't change. It'll stay with the Raiders. Good break for them. And that ball's knocked out of bounds, then knocked away by Griswold, and it's going to be Brandon Valley ball. So on the inbounds, a turnover. Geaver. She'll get it in to Condon. Condon to Paget. Paget over the top to Condon. Condon fires it to Geaver. Geaver, skip pass. Paget, wide open three. That's off the mark. But right there for the rebound is Salter. And Salter will have 13. Thornton, three. Good! Why not pull the three-point shot out of the Swiss Army knife? Timeout Raiders, 40-61. We'll be right back after this 30-second commercial.
It's time for Happy Honda Days at Danny Menno Rushmore Honda. Shop the area's best selection of pre-owned Hondas and Honda certified pre-owned. Get financing as low as 1.99% APR on certified pre-owned CRVs, HRVs, and other select models. 1.99. Plus, shop a lot full of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, including 4x4s and all-wheel drives, imports, and domestics, all with Rushmore Honda discounts. See us at Danny Menno Rushmore Honda or RushmoreHonda.com.
We're back. Carroll Dyer Gymnasium, 2:45 to go in the girls' game here. We'll have the boys right after. Geaver gets it up to Peterson. Annika Peterson up to Rayleigh Stultz. Stultz now on the logo. She'll get it inside. Peterson. Now to Geaver. Lynx content to take off time off the clock. There's a long three. Good. And that's Jalissa Parker, who's checked back in. That'll be her first points of the game. And the lead goes back to 24. Griswold. Over to Schreiber. Schreiber into Sayumanatafa. A little step back, Jay, not there. She'll kick it back out. Max Schreiber thinks about it. No. Three-pointer. Thornton, good. Lynx working the ball well. Geaver will go to the hole. Good defense by the Raiders. Another step back three. Nope, thought about it. Geaver checks it, goes inside. Good pass. Peterson's not there. Thornton's able to get the rebound. Stoltz will step in front of her to slow down her dribble. Get it over to Hallie Peterson. Peterson will swing it to Griswold. Griswold, again, tries to go to Sayumanatafa, but right there was Parker. In the corner for Max Schreiber for three. That's long. And out of there will come Geaver. Geaver. Stoltz thought about a three, kicks it back out to Geaver. 52 seconds left. Geaver. Over to Lease. Lease on the bounce to Stoltz. Peterson. Lease and back to the ball handler Geaver. With 10 on the shot clock, Schreiber will get in, and we're going to have a foul. Schreiber will get in and stab the ball away from Geaver, and Schreiber will go to line here with 33.5. Good effort there by Max Schreiber. Mackenzie Max Schreiber, the 5'7" senior guard, the Mount Marty commit, will step to the line. Her first of the day, it's up and just off the back iron. And we'll reset for the second for Max Schreiber. She'll go to the stripe. Her second throw up. Good release, good arc. Again off the back, and we're going to have a lane violation. So we're going to do it again. So a lane violation will give Max Schreiber another try. We'll take that miss off the board for the violation, and we'll get another attempt for Max Schreiber. Third time lucky for Max Schreiber. That'll give her 3 for the day. And with 30 seconds to go, Brandon Valley and Geaver pull the ball out across half line. Stoltz will just get it back to Geaver. Geaver content to stay at the top. Schreiber marking her well. Now she'll hand her off to Thornton. Geaver will go in. Little kick back to Parker, but we're going to get a foul. That's either going to be Schreiber or Thornton. Good little pass from Geaver to Parker. That's going to be Max Schreiber's second. Third team foul with 15.1. That one's up and good for Parker. Her fourth point of the game. Second one is good. Good looking free throw shot there from the 5'5" senior guard, Jalissa Parker. And the Raiders see if they're going to get a last shot here, or they're just content to let this one go. They're going to try to get a shot for Schreiber. She goes into Sayumanatafa, puts it up and in at the buzzer. So Sayumanatafa will finish with 16. And that's your final here. The Brandon Valley Lynx 66, Raiders 46. The Lynx moved to 13-0, and I believe they will take on, their next game is going to be on February 10th at Sioux Falls, Washington. So that should be a good one. The Raiders will now move to 11-4, and they'll next go on the road on February 13th and Valentine to Yankton and Harrisburg, respectively. We're going to stay right here. We'll be back for the boys' game and stats recap. But thank you for following Raider girls basketball. Subscription free on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv. We'll see you next time.